Caribbean entrepreneurs living in the United States have been for almost 40 years given support and guidance in their entrepreneurial journey through an organization known as the Caribbean American Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Cacci. Founded in 1985 by the late Dr. Roy Hastick, a Grenadian who was living in New York at the time, Cacci is a statewide membership organization which has developed expertise in providing business assistance to small and startup business owners in areas of business planning, financing, procurement, certification, expansion, and export-import opportunities. Dr. Hastick passed away in 2020, but the organization has been persistent with its vision and is poised to make a huge resurgence post-COVID. Recently, while on a visit to New York, SK Newsline caught up with Vice Chairman of Cacci, George Hulse, on the latest with the organization.
The first thing was to help those businesses that had been established, to help them try to get more business by coming together and doing business with each other, and also using each other as mentors to direct each other to where they could find opportunities. So there was this first part was to bring in established businesses. Then the second part was to take people who either wanted to be in business or had new businesses and educate them about what's required to have a business. The devil's in the details. And when you start a business, you have all great plans, and everybody has great plans. And we know 95% of all new businesses fail. And so what we wanted to do with the new businesses is tell them why other people had failed, so they would look out for these landmines.
One of Cacci's goals is to build a bridge between businesses in the Caribbean and the United States by tapping through the regional diplomatic community.
What we would do, we would often reach out to diplomats from the region and invite them to New York City. And by the same token, we would often visit many of the countries in the Caribbean, in Jamaica. We visited Jamaica and a lot of different countries, Antigua, Anguilla, St. Martin. We visited a lot of these countries to talk to the business community there and the political community there about how could we bridge the divide between us.
Cacci is currently headquartered in the Brooklyn Navy Yard building. In 2019, SK Newsline did an interview with Dr. Hastick at Cacci's office months before he passed away, where he spoke about the vision of Cacci having its own headquarters. Mr. Hulse provided an update on that.
Dr. Roy's vision was for us to own a big commercial building. We never got the big commercial building. However, we were the instigators in a large commercial building that we're in. And so we don't own the building, but we did manage to get $8 million of funding for the building. And so we do have we have a condo, and our condo's on the second floor. Right. So the second floor of that building, 75% of the space on the second floor is our condo. So it's our condo, and because Dr. Roy Hastick really created the idea of this, we don't have any maintenance. So it's a maintenance-free condo that we have. We pay electricity and things like that. But that's only because of the work of Dr. Roy Hastick and the board members.
The full interview with Mr. Hulse will air at a later date on the Voice of the Caribbean radio at www.voiceofthecaribbean.net. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.